Hey guys, so okay, I'm back. Um, First I want to start off with I'm tired today. I've gotten no sleep within the last couple of nights. My husband's been on night shift and I don't sleep well, so just bear with me. But I wanted to come on here because I have I think two important visions. These are not dreams, you guys. These are both of these are going to be visions that I'm going to tell you about. Um, this one I got, the first one I'm going to tell you about, I got about 2 weeks ago, and it was on a Friday night. Um, and I printed out two different papers for you guys to see. Um, so this is what I saw in my vision. Okay. Um, well, this first one is a vision and then a dream, and then the second uh, part I'm going to tell you about is actually a vision. So this first one that happened 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, and I can't even really tell you the date, but I did send it to a friend of mine over text. I just don't want to show it because it shows her phone number. Um, I had a vision, and in this vision I saw what looked like a calendar. And this is something, I'm really weary about what I put up sometimes because there's a lot of things that if we're thinking about it before we go to bed, we tend to feed off of that, and we think about things. And if we're thinking about it, before we fall asleep, sometimes we dream about that, or, and maybe it may not be from God. But this, I think, was from him. I truly believe it was from him because, you guys, I what I saw in this vision was a calendar. And I don't have a calendar in my home. I don't have a paper calendar. I don't use a calendar. I mean, I use the front of my phone. It has the date, time, and the temp. That's pretty much all I go by. So I don't ever use a paper calendar. But what I saw was a calendar, and I could not see the month of it. But I do know that the first day started on a Thursday. The second day was Friday, and the third day was a Saturday. And under this third day, under Saturday, was a number 5, and then there was a dash, and then it said window of heaven. And right underneath that 5 was another 5 dash window of heaven, and then there was a 5 dash window of heaven. So there was 555 window of heaven, window of heaven, window of heaven, all written in the third day of this month, which was a Saturday. That's all I saw. And I woke up. Well, I opened my eyes because I was awake. I opened my eyes. I was really confused by it, but I had this like stirring in my spirit. And I just felt like something was just not something, there was something more to this. I just felt like something wasn't right. I had this nervous feeling. And I've only had that nervous feeling a couple of times before when I've had visions. And I got up, went to the restroom, came back, and as I was, in the midst of doing this, I was thinking, God, if this is from you, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Tell me what you want me to know. And I went to bed, back to bed, closed my eyes, and I dreamt this. I know I was actually sleeping. I fell asleep. So I had a dream because in this vision, I didn't see the month. All I know was that the day started on Thursday, the first day, second day, Friday, third day, Saturday. And I knew that there were other days, but these were three main days that I was focused in on. And then especially on the third day being Saturday, that was very prominent in this vision. So I went to sleep, and I dreamt that I was talking to my mom and my dad. And in this dream, I had given them an actual calendar, and I was showing them this calendar, and I was telling them that the windows of heaven were open on this day, and that at the end of the month they were going to be closed, and that time was up. That's what I told them in this dream. And in this dream, God allowed me to see the month. And not only did he allow me to see the month, but it was highlighted. I saw the month September. September was highlighted, and the number 3 was highlighted. the number 5, all 3 of the number 5s were highlighted, and the words window of heaven under all 3 of those words or phrases, window of heaven, window of heaven, window of heaven, were all highlighted, and they were all highlighted in gold. Once I told them that it was going to be up by the end of the month, I woke up. I still didn't know what that dream meant. So and this was only a couple of weeks ago, dude. We were like seriously at the end of the month. So a couple of weeks ago, the 3rd had already passed, like, weeks before I had this vision and this dream. So I was in a little bit of a panic, and I went and kind of looked up calendars. Lo and behold, this month, the 1st was on a Thursday, the 2nd was on a Friday, and the 3rd was on a Saturday. I'm going to show you guys. This is what I printed up. Where is it? This is the 16th of September, and you see that the 1st is on a Thursday, Friday 2nd, the 3rd is on a Friday, or on a Saturday, I'm sorry, and this is how I saw it written, but it was, the box was too small for me to write all this in, so I saw 5 window of heaven, 5 window of heaven, 5 window of heaven, and I thought, well, is he talking about now? That's is what I kept thinking. So I went online and I researched the calendars, and the next time that the calendar falls with the Thursday being the 1st day of the month and Saturday being the 3rd day of the month isn't until September 2022. All right, so I printed this out off the internet because, like I said, I don't have a paper calendar. So I printed that out. This is the next cycle, you guys, of when September is going to fall Thursday, Friday, Saturday as the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd. I still don't know what this means. If anybody can help me. Now, I will remind you guys that I did post a video a while back of hearing the window, the door of heaven is closing heard at 5:55 a.m. This is another 555, and this is the window of heaven. I didn't hear or see window of heaven closing, but in the dream that followed this vision, I did tell my parents that time was up at the end of the month. And today is the 23rd, Friday. So, I mean, could he be meaning this September that we're in now? Could he be meaning September in 2022? I don't know. I don't set dates and times. All I know is this is interesting, you guys. I don't know what any of this means. He still hasn't told me. But I just felt like it was important to share because I've been thinking about it since then. But like I said, I was, and I feel like it is from him, given the fact that, I don't have calendars around the house. I visioned it, I prayed about it, and then he showed me even further into detail. Now, what he's trying to show me, I don't know. So I'm still going to be praying on that. If you guys can help me pray on that one, and just kind of help me figure out what that means. But, okay, so last night, you guys, like I said, I didn't get a lot of sleep because my husband was working night shift last night, and I don't sleep very well. Last night, and let me just start by saying, I am subscribed to so many YouTube channels. I haven't had time to watch anything. The kids have got me running crazy with schooling, homeschooling, and they have 6 classes each, so I have 12 classes in between the both of them that I'm trying to keep up with every day, and then keeping up with a 4-year-old, and just everyday wife and mother duties is just exhausting, and I feel it today. But I had this dream last night, and I've been feeling kind of left out of the loop because, like I said, I haven't had time to watch anything. I caught just maybe a couple of things about what's going on with the riots over in, I think it's North Carolina. But I haven't had time to sit and do anything or watch anything, or to catch up on stuff. Only if somebody texts me or emails me something, that's important. But last night I had this vision, and this was a vision because I was laying awake and I knew it was almost time for my husband to come home. This was at 5 a.m. Another 5 for me. So at 5 a.m. I was laying in bed, and I knew my husband was almost home. And so I was awake, and I saw, with my eyes closed, what I saw was I was in my bedroom. In this vision, I was in my bedroom, and I heard what sounded like a huge airplane, almost when you hear the sound of it almost coming like it's going to land. And I have this huge fear of airplanes, you guys, just like falling out of the sky. I've always had dreams of airplanes just like falling out of the sky and crashing to the ground. And I'm scared to death of flying. And and when I hear planes, even in real life, I'm like, duck and cover, you know. And so in this vision, I heard this airplane, and I got up and went to look out my window, my bedroom window, to see where it was coming from, the noise, because it sounded like it was really low. And the window that I looked out of is the window I always look out of in my bedroom to look outside, and this window faces the north. And as I looked out this window, I saw something incoming from the east. It was coming from the east to the west. So the way I was looking, it was coming from left to right. And as it came over my home, it wasn't an airplane. It looked like, I immediately thought space capsule. And when I went and looked at the pictures of what a space capsule looked like this morning on the internet, it is exactly what I saw. I saw what looked like a space capsule from NASA. It was like a silver white color, and on the side of it, it had USA written really big, but these letters were not wrapped around, they were stacked, so it had USA stacked up on it, and they were blue letters outlined in red. And this thing, as it was coming over, all I kept thinking was, it's going to explode. There's a bomb on it. And I don't know why I thought bomb, and why I would see the U.S. and thinking that there was going to be a bomb. Would they bomb up their own people? Who knows nowadays. But anyways, I saw this, and that's what I thought. And as I saw it hit the ground, for some reason, my room was no longer my room, but yet it was. It was just weird. I was still in my bedroom, but I felt like I was now up like in a high-rise building, because when I was looking down, but I still felt like I was in my bedroom. And I saw it hit in the middle of a huge city, and it just, I knew there was going to be like some sort of a shockwave, and I just saw everything just kind of blow up and just kind of disperse out. And in that moment, all I could think of was to grab my son and to hide behind the foot of my bed. And I started praying the blood of Jesus. And before I could feel anything or see anything come near us, I ended up, opening my eyes, and my husband was walking in the door. So, I mean, I don't know what that means, why I would, you know, see something from, the USA, even just space, NASA. I don't know what any of that means, but I felt like I was trying to put it off today and put it off because I just was too tired to try and make a video. But, I think, I needed to share it. So, whatever you guys can come up with, let me know. I don't know what it means or what the September calendar means, whether it's for this month or next month or, 2022, which is the next time that those dates land on those days. It may not even mean anything, but, or it may not mean anything yet. I may have put it up prematurely, is what I'm saying. I don't know. If there's anything else that comes to me, or if he shows me anything else, I'll be sure to let you guys know. In the meantime, help me pray on these two, and if there's anything that you need to let me know or that you guys can share with me, just, comment down below. All right. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.